Welcome everyone to a kind of a special edition of Mutt's Game Room. If you're watching this, today is February 28th, and today is my wife's birthday. That's the reason why there's images here. 1 year ago today, um, I woke up and found her not breathing, and I tried to bring her back. I started CPR, and I broke her breastbone while I was doing it, so I know that happens and everything, and that's the reason why a lot of times when I end my videos, I say, hey, look, always tell your family that you love them, because in the blink of an eye, they can be gone. And I love my wife very much, and I miss her very much. She was from Jamaica. She became a U.S. citizen in 2016, I believe. We took a lot of different trips when we could. Um, Here we had actually got to go to a NHL game. I had never been to one. She had never been to a hockey game. And that was 7 days before she passed. She was stuck using a power chair, so um, it made things a little bit difficult sometimes. But it's I loved her no matter what. And she had an illness called sarcoidosis. Hers actually affected her brain. So there were things that were a little bit different as time went past. She didn't remember as well. She had started having seizures, but I still love her just the same. We had just over 10 years together. And then, like I said, one morning I woke up and she was gone. There was nothing I could do to prevent that. So always remember that you have to give a crap about your loved ones. You have to care. Um, Even when things are rough or whatever, um, don't go to bed angry. Or if you're angry, at least say, "Hey, look, I'm pissed off, but I love you." That's something that you can do. Anyway, one of the things that my wife and I used to do quite often was sit down and play City Skylines together. I would be playing and she would be playing. So um, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do to remember her. Talk about her a little bit and play a little bit of City Skylines. So here we go. Let's see here. So yeah, started a new map. We played this one quite a few times. Grand River, I believe, is it. And I had a ton of mods, so yeah, takes a little bit to load. But anyway, like I said, we used to play a lot, and this is often where we started. We would take and play this map quite a bit, and she'd ask me different things about what I was doing or how I did something, or you know, how I made something work. And oh, yep, mod, got to turn that off. But it was always something that we enjoyed doing, playing games together, and it's a good way to be with somebody you care about. Especially if you both play games. You can have some fun and goof around and work through the problems of the games as they always come up. And let's see about there. Yeah. And this is one of the maps that I really loved. Oh, and never fails. I get this little whoop-de-doo there. But got it on this end too. I thought it went straight across. Yeah, that was always one of our little things. We would play the game and yeah, kind of just go along and have fun, and that's what that's what we loved, you know. And believe me, it's hard. Um, it's very hard. Many a time that I have sat here in my chair and cried, and that's part of the reason why I started recording these videos. Is, you know, my wife was important to me, for things, and you know, we did these together, and she always said I should. And when I went to Jamaica, I had been thinking about it, and you know, her family didn't want me to be around them, so you know, I couldn't, um, you know, do certain things. And I sat down and I said, you know what, I should start doing this. I should start making some videos, and you know, I'm sure somebody will enjoy it, right? Hopefully, someone does. Um, Anyway, so that's I always start here. I have the 81 tile mod where this all unlocks, but I always start here and you know, build out that way. Let's see, this one, no. Find an intersection here. But you know, it's it's a big deal, and it's important to, you know, try and have fun with people that you care about, and do things with them, and you know, even if it's as simple as um, playing a game together, you know, enjoy it, and be a part of it, and you know, take and do those things that, you know, will show them, hey, look, I give a crap, and so that they can know, you know. And if you have kids, that's another one, you know. If you've got children, play games with them, even if it's something that you don't like. Go sit down and play games, because, well, from firsthand experience, um, you know, you're not always going to be able to do that. There's always going to be things that get in the way, and let's see. All right. And you know, it makes it difficult to try and do stuff sometimes, but you know, giving a crap about your kids is another thing. Um, you know, a lot of parents, you know, and I'm not saying this is necessarily just evil people or whatever. You know, but a lot of parents, it's like, okay, look, you know, I have these kids, and now it's a thing of, oh gosh, now I've got children, and I have to deal with, you know, this, and I've got to deal with that, and I've got to deal with the other, and I don't have time for myself. Um, you know, and yeah, that sucks. You know, you always want time for yourself, but you know, my own mother told me one day that she had her whole life planned out, and all the different things that she wanted to do and she was going to do, and then she had me. Um, I didn't choose for that. I didn't ask for it. It happened. It does happen, and you know, telling your kids something like that is beyond despicable. That is showing your children that they mean nothing to you. And gotta go down. You know, if they mean nothing to you, what's going to happen later on? You know, are eventually you're going to want them to be around, and they're not going to want to be around you. And it sucks to say that. Oh, shoot, went the wrong direction. Come on. Upgrade. That's what I want. There we go. You know, and like I said, it sucks to say that, and it sucks to think that way, but still, you know, um, take them out and play a game, or, sit down and play a video game with your kids. Um, because again, you never know when that's not going to be available. There's going to be a time where, you're going to want to do that, and you just can't. It might be because something's happened to you, might be because something's happened to them. I lost my son at 9 days old, and I will freely admit I don't remember anything um, from the first couple of months after that happened. I don't remember. Um, I'll be 100% honest. And, you know, a parent should never outlive their children. Um, I know it because I lived it. And my wife's mother outlived my wife by a few months. She passed away. Um, uh, my wife passed away February 28th, and her mother passed away November 25th, same year. And that's just it's not what's meant to happen, but it does happen. And um, so try and do those things, and be the person that your children think you are. Um, yeah, it's tough, but um, it's like I said, it's kind of what you got to do. If you're not the person that your children think you are, then what does it make you? You know, um, I don't know. But be with your kids, and show them what love is and what caring is, and if you do that, you're going to get it in return. And if you're getting it in return, well, then that's a good thing. You're it's a very good thing. Um, for not only them but you, because you will be able to show them love, and you will be able to receive the love in return. And you know that's all kids want. They want to know that somebody cares about them, and that they can love and care about somebody else. Honestly, um, that's what I wanted from my mother, and you know. But anyway, that's the reason why I ended up with my wife in some ways, is because um, she gave a crap, and that was such a great thing for me, and I was when we met, I was dumbfounded that she did like me. I had no idea why, but it ended up being a great thing for me. Without her, I felt like I was nothing, to be honest. Um, and yeah, I'm probably gonna ramble on this a little bit, because it's very difficult for me to talk about. Um, Come on, let's go off there and over this way, and then over here. same thing going back on. Anarchy. Alright. And we're going to take and downgrade this to 2. You know, but, you know, if you'll if you care about that one person in your life who gives you, you know, love, and that person gets it back, you know, from you, it's going to make both of your lives so much better. You know, honestly, you know, it's I don't know what I'm saying here sometimes, you know. And like I said, I'm probably going to ramble on a little bit, but you know, there is something there in that connection, and let's go here. You know, and you've got to make that connection. You've at least got to try. You've got to try and make and have that connection so that, you know, you can grow as a person, and you know, become the person that your child or your dog thinks you are. I've heard that one said before. You know, try and be the person that your dog thinks you are. Well, why is that? You know, well, it's a thing where, you know, if you are that person, you know, it makes your life more fulfilling, and it makes the people that you are with's life more fulfilling. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know, if you fulfill somebody else's life and their life fulfills yours, that's a great thing. I mean, it really truly is. It's a great thing to have, and you know, to be a part of, to take and you know, be like, hey, look, you know, you are a person who helps me be a better me. You know, that's what it is. It's not just about what you can get from it, but what you can give and what you can become. And you know, when you can become that better person, that better thing, that person that others want to be around, that is what it's about. You know, isn't it? You know, living your life in such a way that you fulfill other people and other people fulfill you and make you better, and you know, you, and I don't, you know, it's so hard to say this sometimes, and I'm sorry for that. But you know, if you help to complete another person, and that other person helps to complete you, you're better together. Um, and not only just better together, but you make something greater than yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, I listen to a lot of music, and one of the songs that touches me is, I believe it's Rita Ora, Lonely Together. And in some ways, my wife and I were lonely, but we became lonely together, and we became something more than than what we would have been separately, in majorly more. Um, we help to, you know, make each other's lives better than, they could have been. Um, you know, I guess. And that's what it's about when I think about it. That's what it should be. It should be about fulfilling yourself and others. And you know, nobody's perfect. You're always going to have issues and stuff, but if you do your best to be better, and they do the same, then you'll never really truly be lonely, um, when it all comes down. And yeah, I, I hope I'm getting through on this right. Like I said, I don't know if everything's going to come out right or not, but hopefully there's some understanding there. Um, yeah. Anyway, hopefully this is coming out pretty good. I think it works. I've always played the grid system. um, always have. That's just how I look at things and how I see them, and how they build out. Um, a lot of times, it's just, yeah, that's me. Um, Alrighty, well, we got power, we got water, trash, need to do trash. Uh, no, not under there. Uh, Garbage and industry. Okay, that's where it's at now. I use a few mods for this. The incinerator plants, or the advanced incinerator. Yeah. Let's throw that. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think. I think I can throw that there, because I'm bringing in my water up further anyway. So. All right. Um, don't need that section. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire this up. Let's see what we got. See what we have. See what... Oh, there's people moving in. Got the roads connected. And it's been very hard for me since my wife passed away, because not having her and to care about her, and not only just to care about her, but for her to care about me. You know, it's a loneliness, and it's very, very difficult to deal with. Yeah, I've dealt with depression a lot over the last, few months that I've lost my wife. Um, there's so many times that there's things that I want to do, for her and with her, and she's not here. I've thought a lot of times about taking, and well, it'd be so nice to go to a hockey game, but I don't have anybody to go with. What am I gonna do? You know, and what should I do? What can I do? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Like I said, it's being lonely together is a great thing. And yeah. Um, okay, that one's gonna have to go under. It's other people that help to make your life fulfilled and fulfilling in a lot of ways. And without them, what are you? What are you doing? Are you just out there to take and um, just fill a seat? Are you just out there to take up oxygen? You know, um, you know, I don't know what the meaning of life is, but it's more than just that. Uh, I don't have kids, but um, it's not because I don't want to. I don't now. Um, After losing children, it's hard to want to go through that again. Um, you know, um, and it in some ways it sucks. I enjoy knowing that I have a child, but at the same point in time, do I really want to? Do I really want to deal with those things again? I lost my son because my ex-wife was unable to carry full term. Um, and it's she had multiple miscarriages, and we had one child together that was born um, 3 months premature, and then he was not able to make it, um, and that's the most difficult thing I've ever dealt with. Um, I wouldn't wish for that on anybody, to be honest. And uh, yeah. Anyway, you know, uh, I guess this is just a kind of one of those things to say care about people and do good for people, and you know, um, let them do good for you too, and grow and become more. And um, be more than just the person that's there to fill the seat or breathe oxygen. Um, you'll you know you'll become more than just the person who's there. Um, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing the videos I am, is because I want to be more than just the person who's there. I could go around and live my life and pretty much not care. Um, I could do it easily, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be out there and doing things because that makes me more. And if I'm more, then hopefully um, hopefully that helps somebody else and touches somebody else, and makes things better for other people. And if it does, that's a good thing. Um, at least that's the way I look at it and think about it. And that's what my wife did for me. She made me a much better person. She was a much better person I am. Uh, she always was. And uh, it can be difficult to admit that for some people. Um, I have no problem doing it. Um, she was always a much better person I am. And you know that made me in a lot of ways better too. And as such, I became more than just uh, more than just the person that's here. Uh, district painting. Some of this is different because I haven't farming industry. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. Farming should have been over on this side. Oops, wasn't thinking about it. That's all right. We can still put one in here. Oops. But that's the reason why I've tried to end my videos and say, hey, look, care about others. Um, you know, don't just be, a jerk, and care about your family, because, you know, I know for a fact you can lose them. And, there's a lot of people out there who, are look at it that way too. I can guarantee there's people out there who have said, hey, look, I had my family, and then um, they were gone. Okay. District. Okay. This is different for me. I don't know what's going on here. I haven't played this in a little while. Okay, and industrial specialization, farming. Yes, okay. Interesting. But, that's... Anyway, I hope that, anybody who has actually watched this and sat here and listened to me ramble and play a little bit of game, kind of gets it, kind of understands, maybe. Um, and, I hope the concept isn't lost. Oh, not enough money. Shoot. um, because it's not easy dealing with, a lot of things that I have, and I'm not saying anything is easy out there, um, but uh, you know, you have to you have to you know, you have to work for things, um, and when you do, you know, you'll be rewarded. And you know, taking and you know, showing somebody that, you know, you love them and care about them, and honestly being vulnerable in some ways. You know, um, you have to be vulnerable. You have to take those risks to be able to um, you know, you know, you got to take the leap of faith, I guess. And that's been one of my problems here since I lost my wife. You know, she was always there for me, and you know, she helped make me in a lot of ways what I am, and it's hard to kind of, you know, sit down and go, you know, and do a lot of things. Just the other day I was going through and I found some of her makeup, and you know, no other woman wants my you know, deceased wife's makeup. No other woman wants it. Um, you know, but to throw it out, um, just to me is it was very difficult, and a lot of times I still break down and cry about it. You know, a lot of times I take and say, you know, hey, look, if I start crying, don't worry about it because it's of the things that I'm dealing with. And when I went on a cruise, it was one thing that my wife and I talked about doing multiple times. Um, we never did. Um, she was afraid of going on a cruise ship because she couldn't swim, and you know, I ended up not being able to afford it anyway. We were always supposed to go to Jamaica together, but we couldn't because it seemed like every time that it was going to happen, something came up. Um, you know, there was some issue, or you know, her aunt broke her foot, or well, actually to begin with, her aunt had never met me, and so even though um, you know, my wife and I, oh, it was okay for me to be around everybody else, but you know, it wasn't okay for me to be around her family, and you know, whatever. I don't really care, you know, but that's the type of things that happen, and then oh, what happened there? Um, you know, that's the things that happen, and my wife never got to go see home again. And so when I went to Jamaica, you know, yeah, I went to Jamaica and I had fun. I did a few things. I got certified to be a advanced open water diver. Um, Scuba diving is one of the things that I have found that helped me through the day a lot of times. Oh, no more schools. And I gotta put in water too. I guess I'll take out that big loan. I always end up playing this way. I'll take out all the loans, and most of the time at first I'll take out all the loans, and then I'll take and build the whole grid out, and after I've done that, then I sit down and wait, and hopefully, you know, things work out. Anyway, you know, So she never got to see home again. And while I was there, I went, and I didn't just do the touristy things. In fact, I didn't do most of the touristy things. I went down and I walked around some different areas, and even though it wasn't the area that she was directly from, um, I still I absorbed the island. I got to feel the island, and I talked to people about my wife, and the more that I talk about her, the more connected I feel to her. Um, and the better I feel, um, in a lot of ways, the better I feel. Uh, so yeah, I this one's bigger, so I have to put another school here, and then throw another one down here. Yeah, that ought to work. And I've got a mod that changes, school capacities and stuff like that. Well, it's been about 40 minutes now. Anyway, I hope that anyone who is listening to this and you know can connect and maybe hear what I'm saying and understand a little bit uh, what I'm saying. Um, you know, I know what it's. There's a lot of times I know what it's like. Wanting to do something for myself or by myself, and I don't, uh, because I have to take into account other people, and yeah, it's difficult, uh, to say the least. It's difficult, um, but hopefully this connects with somebody or touches somebody. Uh, it's not my normal video. Normally I record these out ahead of time. Um, I believe a lot of people either they live stream it or they record a bunch of them and drop them, and that's what I've been doing too. I record one game, a couple of episodes back to back, maybe the whole entire week's worth, and then I switch to another game when I have days that I can do that, and it's this is today. This is February 28th right now, and I wanted to record this today, and I still, I did most of the time I sit down, I know what I'm going to do, and I know what I'm going to make out of it, and that's what it is. So, um, yeah. Anyway, airplane, airplane. um, I like I said, I hope that this connects with somebody, and you know, uh, helps them to think about their life, and what they're doing with their life, and how they treat their family a little bit. Um, you know, seriously, do think about it sometime. I know that you think of yourself a lot of times. I do. Um, Reject. I don't want that. And you know, everybody kind of has their thought, and hey, look, I'm trying to do this, or sit down and do the what's in it for me, and there's a lot of times where I'll help people out, and yeah, I might give them a little bit of grief because of that's just how I am. And it's not that I'm trying to, be the biggest jerk on the planet, but um, to take and be a better person is what I try to do, and it's harder every day sometimes, or it's more of a thought process. But yeah, you know, be the person that your kids looks at you and thinks of you as. We can't be superheroes, um, you know, but be their hero. Sometimes it's just the little things to be someone's hero. Um, I didn't have that. I wish I did. I wish I did very much. Um, a lot of times because to have somebody be my hero and be the person that picks me up and dusts me off when I have a bad day. It's not there. My own father, not long after my wife passed away, told me, "Oh, hey, you what you should do is just go over to the Philippines and you can just punch a hole in your passport and hang it around your neck and take your pick." And I couldn't believe that he would say something like that to me. And his wife is from the Philippines, and she said the same thing. I went out to visit for a little bit, and then that's what my family is telling me. And even if that is the case, that's not, first and foremost, that's not something that you tell somebody who has just went through a loss of that nature, um, and cared about their other half. That's what you tell the guy down the road who's been divorced for you know 6 months, or is getting a divorce or whatever else. You don't tell somebody who cared about you know someone something like that. You don't. Um, so anyway, um, I'm only losing 5,000 a week right now. This will build up. It'll pick up. It'll just take a little bit. We got people coming in and going around, and so it'll build out soon. Get all these parks interconnected, and then I'll fill this whole area with green. And the whole idea here is these main drags are probably going to be commercial, and I might even swap these to roundabouts. Probably should. I've got the roundabout builder somewhere. A lot of times that's what I'll do. And then I've started taking and building loops in my grid underground for mass transit. And I try and build one large loop that does huge areas, like huge, and kind of pre-plan out. Hey, look, I'm gonna roll it down this way, and do stuff, and then put smaller loops that are just district loops. And the best thing that I have ever come across right here. No, that's train. Metro. 2 platform. It's a mod, and there's cross or there's parallel, and either one makes it a huge difference. They're on different levels, but when you can take and have everybody come into, the one station and do it all there, oh man, it's great. Um, it really truly is. It just, um, anyway, well, well worth getting so that you have it and can do that. And interconnect those loops. Once you do, it just makes a huge difference. Um, in being able to build your city out and have reduced traffic. A huge difference. And I'm not the best at this game. This is how I build it, and how I've gotten through. And this was a game that my wife loved to sit down and watch me play, and a lot of times we played side by side, and so I wanted this to interconnect with her a little bit. So, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed, watching the game a little bit and seeing how I do some of this. Um, I remember playing SimCity many years ago. Many years ago. uh, Hard to believe I'm 40 years old right now, and here in a couple of months I turn 41. Um, but yeah, I've done a lot of this, and anyway, you know, I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you didn't get a few minutes into just a old guy rambling along and say, "Oh, I don't want to watch this or listen to this or whatever." You know, and I'm not trying to preach to people either. But make people around you better, and you'll make yourself better. And when you're better, you're that better person, then things will be good. Things will work well. And when they do, um, oh, um, it will become something beyond yourself. And when it becomes something beyond yourself, your life and the lives of the other people around you will be better. And but you have to care, and you have to take a little bit of time. You take that little bit of time, and things will be so much better, um, for you, for them, for everybody. So please, um, do take that time, just that little bit. Maybe it's 10 minutes a day to go read a book to your child, or um, literally, um, just get a cheap book of poetry and sit down with the person that you care about, and just 10 minutes. 10 minutes outside of yourself, to do these things. And you know show them, and you know show them that you care enough to take that little bit of time. And hopefully they show you that they're willing to take that little bit of time too. Uh, yeah. Because you never know when you're not going to have it. uh, I didn't expect to wake up a year ago and not find my wife. Believe me, I didn't. And I know that she would want me to continue and to try and make other people's lives better, and that's hopefully something that I'm doing. Um, Hopefully, I don't know. Uh, Anyway, you know, uh, I hope this has meant something for someone. Yeah, I don't know if it will or not. I don't know how many people are going to watch this, but hopefully a few do. And hopefully it means something. Um, Seriously, hopefully it means something. Uh, but yeah, take and care about the person's that's around you, uh, because at any point in time they can be taken from you, and you know it's not your will. It's a will beyond yourself, and it's no fun when you lose them. So yeah, care about them. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to be displaying likes on this one, and I'm not going to be allowing uh, comments if they're going to be nasty. Um, and I'm also not going to allow comments for people just saying, "Hey, be YouTube friends." You know, I'm not here to make everybody else happy. I hope that people will enjoy, and that's that's what I'm doing this for, is so other people can enjoy. Uh, anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. If you want to click the like, sure, fine. It's not going to be displayed. Um, I have formally decided I'm not going to monetize. Um, you have to have 1,000 subscriptions and 6,000 hours or 4,000 hours of viewage time. Even once I get that, I'm probably not going to. I would much rather, allow people to take and kick me a few bucks when they enjoy something. Um, there's an Amazon link that's available, and believe me, that even if it's just $1 here, $1 there that I get from something like that, that does help me. Um, I lost uh, I lost a lot of bills when I lost my wife, but I also lost a large chunk of income as well. So, um, I've been doing the things that I've been doing using some life insurance money that she had available, and it's nearly all gone. And I'm just trying to get by right now. So, anyway, um, this is my wife, Shaunamarie Gill, and she was born February 28th, 1963. She passed away February 28th, 2019, 1 year ago today. And she was such a good person, and such a loving and caring person. I wish you guys could have heard her voice. I fell in love with her accent the very first day that I met her. And I fell in love with, everything that she had and everything that she was. So, the rest of my videos are going to continue on Monday, which I believe is the 2nd of March. I'm going to continue with Automation Empire and some of the Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So, if this wasn't your kind of video, I'm sorry. Well, in a way, they'll be coming back through next week, okay? Alright. Have a good day. And, call your loved ones up or go in the other room and take and give them a hug and tell them that, you care about them. Even if you're having the worst day and you hate them. Because they could be gone tomorrow. And that's not something that you want to have on your head.